Newsstand versus Newsletter embarks on a journey of a classic wrestling year. Were the PWI readers accurate with their assessment of talent? Or the Wrestling Observer newsletter subscribers more right than wrong? Join longtime friends Scotty and Andrew as they talk about Newsstand versus Newsletter.
Welcome to a brand new episode of Newsstand versus Newsletter. I'm your host, future Hall of Famer Scotty B. I'm going to bring in Phil Brooks. Andrew, I don't refer to that overrated piece of garbage that gets hurt every 5 seconds as a chick magnet, because he's not. He's a loser. Yeah, he's a loser. He's a bum.
Wow.
No DL. No
The
DL.
GOAT.
Okay. Let's. But anyway, the awards came out today. That was a wake-up call you gave me this morning, and then you MIA'd me for about 3 hours while I was getting ready. So, you ready?
Yeah. What's the other one that you have other than Observer?
I have Wrestling Purist.
Okay.
At WrestlingPurist.com. And what's the other one you have too?
I have Inside the Ropes.
So, quickly, 2023. Let's review it on a personal level. Got anything? Anything interesting happen? You're still alive, I see. Barely. You made it out of the year. And he's frozen. That's Andrew's 2023 for you right there, folks. We don't even really need him to tell us anything because I'm a very close friend. We're gonna wait for him.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. You're back. I don't know what happened there.
So what I was saying is that my memory's going to the point where it's bad enough that I could run for president of the United States because a lot of things, gun to the head, I'm not 100% certain if it happened in 2023, 2022, hell, even 2021. It all kind of
20s are
bleeds together.
Yeah, even the teens, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fuck, you can ask me anything about the teens.
What was the opening match for WrestleMania in 2017? Boom, you're dead.
I don't know. So yeah, like what? Just I think because we're getting older, right? Nothing really exciting happens. For me, nothing eventful, man. I got back together with an ex-girlfriend I dated for I had broken up for 9 years and got back together. That lasted about a month and a half, and I realized, well, this is why I didn't want to date her the first time. And then I realized this girl's crazy, so that was the only eventful thing for me. Really. I don't find anything else too eventful. I run my own business, man. It can get pretty dry and boring.
Yeah.
That's it. So we can jump right into the awards, I guess. Just fuck it. That's where we're at. We're gonna start out. Let me now I did my best to format this. I was in a rush, but anyway. We're gonna start Rookie of the Year. Do you not have Rookie of the Year for one of your magazines? You sent me your list, and I felt like one of them didn't have Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, Inside the Ropes does not have Rookie of the Year.
That's
but
very
PWI
strange.
does.
Very strange doesn't have Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, there's some awards that are in all of them. There's some awards that are just in one of them. Some awards in 2 or 3. But
we'll float around. I don't even like the idea of doing 4. I prefer it to be PWI and Observer, but yeah, you want to go with it. But anyway, let's start
Monster issue.
No, it's not. I find it's just it lacks. It should be split in 2. But anyway, whatever. We're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna start Wrestle Observer Rookie of the Year. Let me find my Wrestle Observer list, which I don't have in front of me. Hold on a second. No, I do have it in front of me. Okay, so Wrestle Observer Rookie of the Year.
Was it Yuma Anzai?
Okay, what did you look it up? You must have seen it.
What it was?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, yeah.
Starting hot.
Rookie of the Year. So that's Rookie of the Year for the Observer. I'll go through the Action Andretti was 2nd, Megan Bain was 3rd, Oliver Bolton was 4th, and Keelan Jordan was 5th in the rankings for that. So we have that. So we're gonna go PWI. And I'll bring you up full because you got the magazine in front of you. You're all excited for that. PWI, I'm going to go with Action Andretti.
No, it was Saul Ruka, with 29% of the vote, wins
Don't know
Rookie of the
who that
Year.
is. Don't know who that is.
I think she's in NXT.
That's why I don't have a clue who it is.
First runner-up, Ava Raine, the daughter of The Rock, fourth generation WWE superstar.
Isn't she gone now? I thought she was gone out of there now.
No, she's now an authority figure in NXT.
Those authority figures are so fucking stupid, man.
Rookie as an authority figure.
Moving up the ladder.
I'm sure it has nothing to do with her bloodline.
No, or Vince. Got a hold of her.
Second runner-up was Toga. Third runner-up is Gabby Forza. And honorable mentions, 32% of the votes go to Danny Palmer, Yuma Anzai, and that's why I guessed it, because it was like a Japanese name. I thought, well, and Tiara James.
All right, that's that Rookie of the Year, and I got another Rookie of the Year for the wrestling.
Are you going with PWI or Wrestling Observer for that one?
Well, we're not done yet. I got another one. I got
sorry.
One. So Wrestling Purist also has Rookie of the Year.
I'm gonna say Action Andretti.
Give me a sec. I got so many things open here. Lola Vice. Lola Vice?
3 different winners.
And then we have for the guy won the Observer, Keila Jordan, Akana, and Toga. You know what? I haven't seen any of these 3 wrestle a match in my life. I really haven't. I don't. I can't pick one.
We're a couple of experts, ladies and gentlemen. You come to Newsstand versus Newsletter for these expert opinions, and here we are, a couple of so-called professional wrestling fans of the pro graps. We don't even know these Rookies of the Year.
Well, we gotta get on it. I don't watch WWE, so that's why. But anyway, I don't know. I can't go with anybody.
I'm gonna go with Saul Ruka.
Okay. So the next category is most improved. Let me see how I have that set up. So most improved for your magazine, I'm going to go with top heel. Okay. So it's most improved for everything except for your magazine, which I need to go top heel. That's why I don't like doing all these things.
ITR has most improved.
Okay, we'll go the other one. We'll do that. All right. So most improved for they don't have it for Wrestling Purists. Okay, for Wrestling Purists, oh my god. See, this is the problem with doing so many of these things, man. I don't like that. Like, it's fine for you because you don't format it. I have to format this stuff. All right. Let's go PWI most improved.
Okay.
So let me take a second here to guess. I'm going to go with Dominic Mysterio.
Good guess, but it was in fact LA Knight wins it with 31%.
Isn't he like 92 for fuck's sakes?
He's collecting his Social Security any day now. Did you hear? Speak of the devil. Did you hear about what happened with the Elimination Chamber?
No. I thought it was tomorrow, wasn't it?
Yeah, but they were attacked by pirates. Trying to get the Elimination Chamber, the actual apparatus. So I don't know how that's going to work out tomorrow. We'll see.
Did they get a hold of it or anything?
I don't know. I just got an alert from the Bleacher Report saying pirates.
I gotta check the Observer on this one.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you're most.
Anyway, LA Knight wins it with 31% of the vote. First runner-up is Julia Hart with 28%. Second runner-up is Trick Williams with 9%. Third runner-up is Sonata with 4%. And honorable mentions totaling 28% include Dominic Mysterio, Thea Hall, and Kenzie Page.
Okay. Yeah, this is the thing. I'm going to jump into this real quick here. Pirates and Pat travel plans for Elimination Chamber took more than a month for the chamber to be structured or to arrive in Perth. Let's see. What's the structure? Egypt. Couldn't do the Pirates. The case was instead sent to Miami, shipped by truck to Los Angeles, sent to Sydney on a ship in Australia, and arrived. No, it did. It arrived there. So they got it. Yeah, but that's still pretty fucking wacky, man.
It is.
That's crazy. Okay, the Observer most improved is your guess.
Is it Dominic Mysterio?
Julia Hart.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Didn't she win yours too? I was half paying attention.
No, she was first runner-up. LA Knight won.
And you know what? I think I have. You know what? I do have Wrestling Purist.
They have a most improved?
Yeah. You don't have one of yours, right?
No, I do.
Okay. So go with PWI and then your other magazine. This is a mess. I hate doing all these ones. I'll guess Julia Hart for the other one.
No, Dominic Mysterio wins it for Inside the Ropes with 30%. First runner-up is Julia Hart with 9%. Second runner-up is Swerve Strickland with 8%. And honorable mentions totaling 53% include LA Knight, Sky Blue, Logan Paul, Tiffany Stratton, Ricky Starks, Tony Storm, and Jey Uso.
And by the way, my Rookie of the Year, I clicked on the wrong picture. That's my Rookie of the Year.
I was going to say.
Yeah, that was my bad. I clicked on the wrong picture. I'm sorry. Okay, so for my last one, Rookie of the Year.
Let's get you on screen.
I'm coming up here. Hold on.
WCW Worldwide.
All right. My most improved for Wrestling Purist.
Was it Dominic Mysterio?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so he kind of almost swept them awards. Dominic Mysterio won that one. It's the same thing. Julia Hart was second. Tiffany Stratton was third, fourth, whatever.
And a reminder to any WWE fans to show you how much faith that the WWE has in the Performance Center. Dominic Mysterio didn't work a day in NXT. He went right to the main roster because they know that you worked in NXT for 6 years. You may not know how to run the ropes properly. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's just either a money laundering scheme or for tax write-off purposes because they don't create stars. They have to pull them from the indies or AEW or other places.
AEW is not a wrestling company.
That's true.
Spot monkeys. All right. Let's go to the next one. So for you, we have inspirational wrestler. And for me, it's the famous, and where I'm coming up first with it, most disgusting promotional tactic. What would that have been for 2023?
There's some options this year.
Yeah, there's a few.
Am I guessing?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah
okay, I'm going to say the whole Vince McMahon scandal.
Yeah, like bringing him back in power after the whole situation, like them letting him come back in and be in power, and then
Thank you, Vince. Thank you, Vince.
That was pretty greasy. In fact, Stephanie ran that chant, but we all know Stephanie now had a little more. And by the way, I had an interesting argument on X people. Let me tell you something, WB Marks. I want to make it really clear to you. The federal government's investigating Vince. Everybody knows it's only a matter of time before they put a case together and bring him to court. People's names didn't get brought up. Very high-powered people. Some people, the last time they start with an L. There might be an M in the middle.
Now, it's funny that tomorrow, or depending on where you are in the world, after Elimination Chamber, there will be a media scrum, and I'm very curious to see how many of these journalists ask Paul Levesque the hard-hitting question of, when you brought Vince back, did you know about this stuff, or did you not do your due diligence? Was it a matter of ignorance or evil?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you right now, Paul Levesque and these guys better be getting ready to go file unemployment, because once this case goes to court, and so this moron on X was like, they're going to settle. I'm like, they don't settle with the federal government. Don't forget, people. The federal government lost him in '94, and Vince went on his own TV and made fun of the federal government.
Yeah, they didn't forget that.
They're out to get him. And trust me, Marks, I'm calling you all Marks. You think that company's what are you doing?
Oh, I was just say before we get into anything else, we forgot who is your pick for? Was it Observer, PWI, ITR, or Purist for most improved?
Well, it's Dominic. I mean, shit.
Dominic.
No. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm going with Julia because I don't watch WWE.
That was Observer.
Yeah. So anyway, back to what I'm saying. Then we'll jump into the next award. Like the federal government is the federal government. They'll get you, and they're going to get him, and they're going to get everybody else involved with him. And I'll tell you right now, people, if TKO, first off, Netflix will pull. There goes all their money from there. TKO eventually will be like, you know what? We don't want anything to do with this company. This is just a bunch of dirty bad publicity, they'll drop them. I'm telling you right now, you don't think they will? They will.
We'll see. We'll see.
It's a very, very good chance it can happen. Good times aren't always rolling. But anyway, inspirational wrestler of the year. Fuck, I don't know. You know what I picked for that one? Ron Mysterio.
It's in fact Mark Briscoe.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Mark Briscoe wins it with 37% of the vote. First runner-up is your boy, Cody Rhodes, with 25%.
God.
Second runner-up is Richard Holiday with 8%. Third runner-up is Mickey James with 7%. And honorable mentions totaling 23% include Bray Wyatt, Zelina Vega, and Billy Starks.
That's phenomenal. Great. Thank you for that. That's Cody. I don't care what Dusty, Cody. Anyway. All right, let's go to the next. The next one is most popular wrestler. I have most underrated in the Observer. And I think in your magazine, you also have most underrated.
Well, I have Babyface of the year.
Oh, you do? Okay, we'll go with that. But hold on a second here. Let's take a look.
Now, do you want Babyface first or most popular?
Let's go with most popular, and I'll pick mid-card Cody.
100% right. Cody Rhodes wins with 27%. And let me just say, as someone who's been doing Newsstand versus Newsletter now for a while, we've done every year. It's always funny to me when WWE wrestlers actually come and accept their PWI plaques, because that wasn't always the case. A lot of times they just would have a picture of Cody.
Well, I think Trips is allowing it now. I'm pretty sure he's letting it go because he was a big PWI guy. I'm guessing.
It always felt like it was always when there was a downturn in business, they would work with outside WF Magazine. But anyway, Cody wins it with 27%. First runner-up is LA Knight with 26%. Second runner-up is MJF with 9%. Third runner-up is Sami Zayn with 6%. And honorable mentions totaling 32% of the vote include Seth Rollins, Bianca Belair, and Trinity.
Okay. Why? You know it's weird, man. Not to cut you off. I had this all done up properly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm losing all my stuff. Okay. All right. So that's most popular wrestler of the year, mid-card Cody. Okay. Most underrated wrestler per Wrestling Observer.
Is it Claudio?
No, not this year.
Oh, okay.
Chad Gable. No. I haven't even looked at that. I want to see Claudio made the list this year. No, he didn't.
Oh, wow. He's properly rated for the first time.
Takeshita, Daniel Garcia, Mike Bailey, and Yoda Tuesday. I can't pronounce his last name. So then we have for your magazine, Babyface of the Year, right? The other magazine.
Yep.
Well, it's mid-card Cody.
Absolutely. Cody Rhodes wins it with 47% of the vote. In second place is MJF with 14%. Third place, Sami Zayn with 13%. And honorable mentions and total up 26% of the vote include LA Knight, Bryan Danielson, Orange Cassidy, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, and Jon Moxley.
So the wrestling purist, most underrated wrestler would be.
Is it also Chad Gable?
I muted myself. Did you guess?
Yeah, I guess Chad Gable. Oh, Daniel Garcia.
Daniel Garcia won it. Okay, so Daniel Garcia won it. Chad Gable was second. Speedball, Mike Bailey, Leo Rush, and Gabe Kidd. That is the most underrated wrestler. All right, so the next award is Feud of the Year. And I think Best Rivalry is on one of yours. Am I right?
No, there's Feud of the Year in PWI and Rivalry in
well, I heard best. Yeah, so we'll go with and I don't have Feud of the Year for me, which is weird for purists. Doesn't have one. Let me double check real quick if they do.
Oh, by the way, who was your pick for Babyface or most popular?
Well, how can I pick fucking mid-card Cody won it both times? I can't pick. It's automatic.
Cody?
Yeah, well, I don't want to, but I have to. I don't have any choice.
I'm going to agree. I'm going to go with Cody there.
Yeah, mid-card Cody. All right, so Feud of the Year. Let's start with PWI. I'm going to go with Cody against Roman Reigns.
No, it was Sami Zayn versus the Bloodline with 31% of the vote. First runner-up is CM Punk versus AEW with 20%. Second runner-up is
stupid.
Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar with 10%. Third runner-up is Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus with 8%. And honorable mentions total 31% of the vote include Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay, and Don Callis family versus Kenny Omega.
All right. Wrestling Observer, Feud of the Year.
Was it Sami Zayn versus the Bloodline?
Yep. It was. Let me go back and read it here. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline.
Oh, okay.
It's a little difference. Runner-up, Paige against Swerve Strickland. I cannot pronounce it. Someone in Japan. Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay. Adam Page versus Jon Moxley. So we have that. Now, best rivalry, which is for the other one. I'm going to pick the exact same thing. Sami Zayn versus Bloodline.
Yep. They win it with 34%. In second place was the Bloodline Civil War with 11%. Third place was Hangman Page versus Swerve Strickland with 8%. And honorable mentions totaling 48% of the vote include CM Punk versus AEW, Adam Cole versus MJF, Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, and Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar.
Let me double check here if I got Feud of the Year. I do not have Feud of the Year for that one. Okay. All right. Let's keep it rolling, brother.
What's your pick there?
It's the same one for everything.
Well, no, one has Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. The other one is Sami Zayn.
Well, I didn't watch it. I've seen a little bit about it, and it looked half decent. I'm gonna go with Sami against the Bloodline.
Okay. I'm gonna agree.
So, really, I don't watch their product. It's garbage. Woman of the Year. Let's go with the Observer to start this one.
Is it Rhea Ripley?
We're going to find out here in a couple seconds. It is Rhea Ripley. She wins it with 359 to vote. Giulia? Giulia. Julia. Why is that? Oh, it's just spelled wrong. Like, what the fuck? Athena, Tam Nakanoda, and Becky Lynch is number 5. That girl I dated is in love with Rhea Ripley. Absolutely in love with her. But I'll tell you, man, I don't watch that product, but she had a hell of a fucking match with Charlotte Flair at Mania. I did watch that, and that was one hell. That was a barn burner, as I like to call it.
We're both a couple of AEW fans, but even we can admit that the one thing WWE does right is the women's division. They're really good.
Oh, it's phenomenal. Yeah. Oh, the AEW's women's division is absolutely. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's like garbage.
It's mediocre.
Yeah, it's just there, you know. All right, the Women's Wrestler of the Year by PWI. I'm going to go also with Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley wins it with 50% of the vote. She's the Woman of the Year. And first runner-up is Toni Storm with 7%. Second runner-up is Bianca Belair with 6%. Third runner-up is Athena with 5%. And honorable mentions totaling 32% of the vote include Masha Slamovich, Camille, and Trinity.
All right, and we have another 2 to go. So I have the Woman Wrestler of the Year per Wrestling Purist. Let me go grab it here.
I'm going to guess Rhea Ripley.
No, you're wrong.
Oh, wow. Was it Julia? Oh, Athena.
Yeah, Athena wins it. Let me go get the final vote. She wins it with 45% of the vote. 30% is Rhea Ripley. Julia's 12, Becky Lynch, and Saraya. So, yeah, Athena wins it with that one. I'm going with yours.
Well, I'm not done. You didn't do Inside the Ropes.
That's what I'm saying. I'm picking yours.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm picking Rhea Ripley.
Absolutely. Rhea Ripley wins it with 57% of the vote. Second place is Toni Storm with 11%. Third place is Becky Lynch with 10%. And honorable mentions totaling up 22% of the vote include Io Sky, Julia Hart, Asuka, Athena, Bianca Belair, Julia, and Jamie Hayter.
Okay. Let me jump into the next one.
Who's your pick?
Rhea.
Rhea? I'm going to go with Athena.
I don't watch WWE, but I love when I see a Rhea, she's really good. So,
I have no complaints with her. I just think Athena's really good too.
The We got two more awards to go before we hit the halftime show. The next one's Indie Wrestler of the Year. Now, for me, I'm going to pick non-heavyweight MVP for the Observer.
That's a thing?
Yeah. So I'm going to get you to pick my non-heavyweight.
Non-heavyweight MVP. Was it El Fantasmo?
It was, I'm going to pronounce it before I pull it up, Al Hajo Del Vicano.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's Rhea Ripley. There we go. He wins it. Takeshita is second. Darby Allin is third. Orange Cassidy and Mystico is fifth. And I'm not even into it yet. I'm not happy with something. Okay. Indie Wrestler of the Year. I don't know, dude. I don't watch hardly any indies anymore.
No guess?
No.
I'll give you a hint. It's a previous winner of this award.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
Okay. Matt Cardona wins it with 50% of the vote. The former Zack Ryder. First runner-up is Steph DeLander with 7%. Second runner-up is Ali Catch with 6%. Third runner-up is Brian Keith, who's no longer indie. He is now all elite with 5%. And honorable mentions totaling up 32% again include Becca, Blake Christian, and Adam Priest.
Phenomenal. Oh, I took you right away. I took you right off the stage altogether. I wasn't happy with that bullshit. All right, next one, and then we're gonna hit the halftime show. Tag Team of the Year.
Okay.
Let's go with your other magazine. What's the name of it? Inside the Ropes?
Yep.
I'm gonna pick FTR.
You'd be correct, sir. FTR wins it with 46% of the vote. Second place is Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn with 13%. Third place is the Usos with 12%. And honorable mentions and totaling up 29% of the vote include Adam Cole and MJF, Judgment Day, The Acclaimed, the Creed Brothers, and Pretty Deadly.
Okay. What is Wrestler's Purist Tag Team of the Year?
Is it FTR?
It is FTR. Yes. Let me go look and grab. FTR wins it with 32% of the vote. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens is second. Aussie Open is third. The Usos are fourth. And Astronauts are fifth. Okay, so for the PWI, I'm going to also pick FTR.
And you'd be correct. FTR wins it with 37% of the vote.
I knew that. I heard that before. I heard it on Dynamite, so I kind of remember that one.
First runner-up is Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn with 16%. Second runner-up is Better Than You, Bay Bay with 9%. Third place is the Usos with 6%. And honorable mentions, again totaling 32% of the vote, include Motor City Machine Guns, the Young Bucks, and Finn Balor and Damian Priest.
Excuse me. That's why I think you're a fucking tag team right there, asshole. What is the Wrestling Observer Tag Team of the Year?
I'm going to go with Fuck the Revival.
1 second here. It is the Queen Sweep. There we go. FTR wins it. They win it with 2,341 votes. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. Hiromu Goto and Yoshihashi is second. Taganora and Fujinuma Ape and Young Bucks. All right, so yeah, FTR does a clean sweep. So, halftime show. We're going to go over the year 2023 real quickly, and then we're jumping into the sleeves thread. We're doing pretty good. We're about a half hour in. So we'll start with sports. The year 2023, NFL draft, number one pick overall from the city of, well, the draft was in the greatest city in America, Kansas City, Missouri, unless the person got shot. Bryce Young got picked first overall. Poor guy's getting killed, but whatever. Best record in the NFL, Andrew.
Was it Baltimore?
Baltimore is 13-4. Worst record.
Was it Carolina?
Carolina 2-15.
And they didn't even get a first overall pick for it.
No, they traded it, so they're fucked. Who won the Super Bowl? Anybody? Does anyone know who won the Super Bowl? I forget. I forget who won it.
I think it was the Royals.
Yeah. My Kansas City Chiefs won their third Super Bowl in 5 years, second in a row against the San Francisco.
They're the FTR of football.
The San Francisco don't know the overtime rules in NFL football during the Super Bowl. 25-22.
That's what happens when Donovan McNabb is your defensive coordinator.
God, I cannot believe they didn't know the overtime rules. Like, oh, can you still hear me? Okay, I saw I muted myself. It's funny when I jump over to my next tab, the mute button's right there, so sometimes I might hit it by mistake. But anyway, I just think it's hilarious that they didn't know. Like the fullback's like, if we score a touchdown, they can go back down and score again. I didn't even know that. It's like, how do you not know that? Like, what's wrong with you? But anyway, enough of that. MLB best record.
Was it the Dodgers?
The Braves, 104-58. Worst record.
Was it Cleveland?
It was the A's helping to move. 50 wins, 112 losses. My Royals. I'm a Red Sox fan and Royals fan. Royals were second. They lost 106. So they're not looking too hot either.
And you watched the whole draft, right?
Every round, every 93 rounds, I watched the whole thing. I didn't sleep for 3 days. So I was like, fuck, I'm still wide awake for this. Just started getting delusional. Rangers defeated the Diamondbacks 4-1 in the World Series. So that was a boring World Series. Nobody really cared about it. One of the lowest rated World Series ever. NBA, best record.
Was it Milwaukee?
Bucks 58-24. Worst record.
I don't remember. Was it Memphis?
The Pistons 17-65. They're probably going to break that record this year because I'm pretty sure they're real low.
They lost like 22 in a row or something like that.
They're not even. I don't think they're at a single digits yet. I'm going to check. Give me 1 second here because I really need to check if they're at a single digits yet. Because last time I looked, they weren't. It is a fucking shit show in Detroit, man. Like, it's funny. I had friends go to Royals games last year. I'm like, how is it? Like, it's actually not bad because they're so bad. You just kind of hang out.
I don't think that city has ever had all their sports teams be good at the same time. If when the Red Wings were doing well, no, I mean Detroit.
Oh,
like if the Red Wings are doing well, then the Lions suck. When the Lions are doing well, then the Tigers are garbage. You know.
NBA. Let's take a look here. Detroit's 8-47, so they still haven't broken double digits yet.
Garbage.
Yeah, they're bad. Okay, so in hockey, so I got you. Denver beat Miami in the finals, 4-1, and I love that boy. I love the MVPs. He loves his harness races. He's the man. NHL best record.
Was it Boston?
65-12-5, and they lost in the first round. Worst record. You kind of just got to pick in your brain, like, oh, who is it?
The Buffalo?
No, it's the Ducks, 23-47-12. And Vegas won 4-1 over Florida in the Stanley Cup final. Top selling album. Do you want to guess or what we just tell you?
Man, I have no fucking clue what it would be.
If you guess the artist, I'll give it to you right.
Was it The Weeknd?
Taylor Swift, 1989.
Of course.
Taylor's version.
Of course.
Top grossing concert tour.
Taylor Swift?
Yep. $1 billion. Most downloaded music. So most downloaded song of the year.
I'm going to go also Taylor Swift.
No, it was Miley Cyrus' Flowers. No fucking clue. Never heard it. Movies. Top grossing movie 2023.
Was it Spider-Man?
No, it was Barbie.
Oh, right, yeah.
$1.4 billion. That's
also, the Academy Awards are coming up soon. That's the only movie nominated for any award that I saw.
Oh, yeah. You said you liked it, eh? I'm not insulted.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Said it was good. Yeah.
Yeah, the what's his name? Who's the guy that played Ken? Ryan Gosling. Fantastic in that movie. Yeah. Stole the show. Highly recommend it.
I heard it's good. I might take a look at it because it's on Crave.
Very clever.
Let's see. Most streamed movie.
Was it Barbie?
Disney Mona. I don't know. TV show. Most watched TV show in 2023. It's not a hard one.
Sunday Night Football?
Every year. Sunday Night Football. Most streamed TV show. This is surprising.
Sunday Night Football?
Suits.
Oh.
Yeah. And last but least, top selling video game. Good luck, because I play video games. I don't even know what this game is. And it's not bad.
Pal World?
Hogwarts Legacy. And I was trying to look up I was trying to look up like most revenue based game because there's so many in-game purchases and stuff. World of Warcraft's like in the billions of dollars a year, man. Billions. They're just swimming in money.
Yep.
And I date that girl who plays it, man. That game's not even that hardcore graphic wise. Like, man, the person who made that up, I hate their guts. Anyway, let's jump into the halftime show. Sleaze thread. The way we're going to do this is I'm going to say I'll say the Sleaze Andrew decides if he thinks it's real or not, and I'll also say if I think it's real. And I'm not going to go through every single one because we can be here till fucking next month. So I'll just jump around. I got it in front of me. We'll start up with this one. Let's try.
Why don't we give the people a little background on what the Sleaze thread is?
Oh, yeah. Well, you go ahead, Andrew. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Back in, I want to say, 2004, on this message board called Death Valley Driver Video Review Message Board, there was a poster by the name of Coach Tony K, who wound up becoming the owner of All Elite Wrestling, and he made a post saying, "Does anybody have any sleazy stories about professional wrestling?" And I was online when that thread started, and it grew and grew and grew.
Yeah.
It started with one page, and before you knew it was like 450 pages. And so let's get into some of these allegations. See what's true and what's not.
All right, let's go over here. This is an interesting one because it's Tony Rich did some favors to get the NWA title from Jim Barnett.
Jim Barnett, yeah.
Now, what do you think? Do you think that's real?
I can believe it.
I don't think it's real.
I'd see a case either way.
Virgil got his job for dropping the big boy on Pat Patterson's desk.
I did see that.
Steve Lombardi is and was Pat Patterson's secret lover while he was alive.
Maybe. I've heard about that. Who knows? It would certainly make sense for how long he was employed, considering his lack of push.
This is an interesting one. Shawn Michaels supposedly invited 3 hot girls back to his hotel room. He told them all to get naked and get on their knees. He whips out his ding dong, and the girls figure it's going to be a suckfest. Instead, he proceeds to piss in all their mouths.
Well, I don't know. He's born again. I doubt he would have ever done anything sleazy during his time.
Yeah, well, I would believe it. Bruiser Brody was supposed to shoot running at WrestleMania 1.
No, I don't believe that for a second.
The Iron Sheik was offered $100,000 to break Hulk Hogan's leg.
Yeah, I believe that.
You believe that one? Okay. I believe that one also.
Do you believe the Brody?
No, because Brody's businessman. He wouldn't have done. He might have been offered by maybe some random promoter offered him that, but I couldn't see it being like, full like everyone did it.
Plus, I wouldn't want to mess with Orndorff in his prime.
I wouldn't want to mess with any of them. Like, to be honest.
Numbers game, yeah, Snook on the outside, but he's buddies with Brody.
Well, yeah, but Snook probably would have been like more of a, hey, what are you doing? Don't do that. Pedro Morales supposedly pawned his WWF title.
I heard about that one, yeah.
Hey, people get hurt at times. Tammy since Tammy,
I believe it. I believe it.
Has phone sex with indie guys.
Yeah. Anything about Tammy, it's 100% believable.
Either Brian Pillman and Tom Zink were about to double team Terry Runnels, this is likely, or they were about to get it on themselves, less likely.
Do you think the Z-Man would do something like that? I don't know.
Kevin Von Erich once paid a hooker to break in 11-year-old Chris. Supposedly Chris cried during the act.
Well, it wasn't in the Iron Claw. Speaking of which, have you seen that yet?
No, I have not. Have you?
I did. I watched it last week. I didn't even mention it to you, but it was really good.
Okay.
They left out Chris completely, though. Stupid.
I'm just looking at these things. I've heard that before. That doesn't matter. Bill Watts pissing out of his tower office at Turner is onto the parking lot.
Yeah, I believe anything about a redneck.
Sheik Agnog Casey describing seeing Andre screwing like a lion raping a rabbit.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Big boy.
According to referees, Bryson tied up a wrestler in the shower, was naked, rubbed baby all over his body, threatening to R him. I got to kiss. I can't say the word on YouTube. Until he cried in the locker room, laughed. What's that?
You already did with an elephant and a rabbit. But...
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that about JBL.
And you know what that was? That was Brian Christopher. He did it too. Because Brian Christopher dates Arda Girl, supposedly.
Those boys out of Memphis would never do that.
Yeah. Kerry Von Erich was preparing for a match, getting his gear and listening to his Walkman. But he was so fucked up, he somehow laced the headphone cables into his bootlaces.
Yep. That's not even sleazy. That's just...
That's Kerry being Kerry.
Yeah.
Randy Savage has way with Stephanie when she was 14 back in 94/95. And that Vince found out, and that was the true ending of the Macho Man and World Wrestling Federation. What's your opinion on that one?
The math doesn't add up. She wasn't 14 at that time.
So there you go. Andrew just settled the whole thing. Andre the Giant once called Kamala the N-word. Kamala stuck a gun in his face, and Andre was nice to Kamala after that.
Yeah, and I also believe that stuff about Bad News.
Yeah, Bad News threatened him. This one's a great one. I remember reading this in The Observer when Savage died. So we'll do the whole thing, and let me finish it, and then you can say what you think. Randy Savage once knocked Bill Dundee out in a parking lot of a gym in Louisville after Dundee pulled out a gun on him. This was back when Savage was running his Outlaw promotion. Well, his father was. He would tell folks on TV, so the real names of Memphis wrestlers would give out their telephone numbers. And the way I heard that Lawler's Crown story is that it was Steve Kern. Oh,
everybody should in it.
Yeah, okay. Pat Patterson had a special relationship with Jacques Rougeau in the 80s.
I don't know about that one.
Bulldog Bob Brown was open with being a carrying card member of the KKK.
You mean Killer Carl Cox?
No, Bulldog Bob Browner. Sorry.
Brower, yeah. And I also heard about Killer Carl Cox and Dick Murdoch.
Trish and Lillian were getting to know each other really well. Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
The Click and some other WWF wrestlers made the Eliminators dress inside the hallway instead of the locker room. I can see that.
Yeah.
At least four people in ECW killed somebody.
Well, New Jack, Scott Hall, he did work ECW for a couple of shows.
Yeah.
Who else would be on there?
Well, New Jack's probably killed more than one person. So
Oh,
would it
yeah.
count as four people?
No, I think you gotta know like four actual people that did it. So El Benoit.
Yeah. No, there's someone else in there.
I don't know if Billy Jack ever worked ECW.
That would have been, well, it's long after. But let's see what else we got here. Johnny Valentine later flew in Jay Yorker's Inhaler. I've heard that story a few times. Listen to this one. This is definitely, I think this is true. After a few months of David's passing in early 84, referee Dave Manning, who worked in World Class, was autographing David's pictures and selling them to people.
Yep.
Oh, that's some dirty shit. Rita Chatton accused Vince of the R, which
No, not likely. Vince would never do something like that.
Sonny and Candido had to do with Jake Roberts for some crack.
Yeah, I believe that.
I just love how Andre had a habit of shitting in hotel bathtubs. Let's see what else. This one is not true, but it's a funny one. It's definitely not true because the years don't add up. One of the Bushwhackers once entered the shower and put Adrian Adonis' dick in his mouth. When Adrian jumped up, the Bushwhacker said, "Blew your gimmick, mate." But
yeah,
they were in the same territory, so it wouldn't have worked. Because Bushwhackers came in 88, Murdoch was already, Adonis was already dead at that point. Nobody treated Nikolai Volkov with any respect with his run during Teddy. Go ahead.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because have you ever heard the story about how Doink became Doink? Matt Bourne?
Maybe on Dark Side of the Ring.
Bruce Pritchard tells a story about how.
Oh God! Don't even waste your time telling it. If Bruce Pritchard told it, it's not true.
Matt Bourne was in the dressing room, and this was before he was Doink. He was like working in dark matches, like they signed him. It was like shortly after Big Josh.
The Dark Side of announced their opening episode.
Oh, really?
By the way, yeah, it's not going to be that good. But go ahead.
Also, he was in the dressing room smoking, having a cigarette, and Hawk looks over at him and says, "Look, dude, it looks like Krusty the Clown over here."
Oh yeah.
You heard that?
Yeah, I heard that now. I know it.
Hawk was gone after SummerSlam '92, so
he might have been working darks.
Yeah,
he might have been doing darks and stuff.
It's one of those ones where it's conceivable. It's right on the cusp. But the Bushwhacker thing, I don't buy at all.
No. The opening show for Dark Side of the Ring is the Earthquake episode. It's like, nah, that's kind of one of the weaker ones, I think.
Well, because people were talking about how like what's so dark about it. I mean, because he died of cancer. When he was younger, his wife and kid were killed in a car accident.
Let's keep going with it. Let's see what else. The constant bullying and humiliation of Tiger Jackson, aka Dink, at the hands of Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. One particular moment involved Hall drawing a big black dot on Jackson's bald head, hence giving him a permanent locker room name of Penis Boy. And that's what I got. I think that's a nice little run. We didn't want to go through every single one.
Yeah.
If you ever want to check that out, actually, just type in Sleeve Thread in Google. There's literally fucking hundreds of them. Like hundreds of them. Do you have any specific ones that you want to mention before we go back into the episode? Like any specific ones that kind of stood it? Oh my god, excuse me.
There was one that I remember. It was about Nick Bockwinkel and Bobby Heenan, that if they did not pick up any ladies of the evening on their travels, that they would release each other. If you catch my drift, in the hotels. I didn't believe it because I mean Nick's such a classy guy, but you never know.
Well, I mean, Bobby was like, well, he's married, but
That doesn't mean
married. I don't know. Bobby kind of came off like, when he passed, and I remember seeing his like wife, and he kind of came off like a family man. Bobby did. Like he did come off like, you can see some of these guys are just greaseballs, but Bobby didn't come off like the kind of guy who was like that. He seemed like a family guy. But never know. He might have had a dark side. But anyway, all right, let's move forward. We're going to jump into the next award, which is most hated wrestler, most overrated for the Observer, and I think it's most. Do you have a most hated for your magazine?
I have heel of the year in
Same thing.
ITR and most hated in PWI.
And now I have with the other one. Did they give me most underrated and not a most overrated? I think they fucking did. Why would they not give me an overrated one? That's so weird. Well, I guess I don't have an overrated. That's very strange. That's really fucking weird. All right. Yeah, it's weird. They don't have an overrated one. They have an underrated one, but not an overrated one. But anyway, let's jump into the Wrestling Observer most overrated wrestler of the year.
Is it Roman Reigns?
Well, it's Sandra.
Oh, Sonata.
Sonata, yeah. I was like, I thought it was a woman. I don't know what the fuck that is. Sonata wins it. Let's go look at the Roman Reigns is second. Oh, Chick Magnet Punk is third. Tyrus is fourth, and MJF is fifth. But that's just Meltzer's guys being like, we don't like MJF anymore because he's too cool for us. We know the cool stuff. All right, most hated wrestler, PWI. I'm going to go with Mr. Roman Reigns.
It is in fact Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah,
wins it with 52% of the vote. First runner-up is Christian Cage with 8%. Second runner-up is Roman Reigns with 7%. And third runner-up is CM Punk with 6% of the vote. Honorable mentions totaling 27% include Don Callis, MJF, and Logan Paul.
All right. Now I have, because for some reason this Wrestling Purists doesn't have, I can't understand why it doesn't have overrated. So I'm gonna keep a look. But anyway, I'm gonna go with media. It's called Media Critics Wrestler of the Year. That's like I'm just adding that in there. So go ahead and pick that.
Seth Rollins?
Will Ospreay. Why would they pick Seth Rollins?
I don't know.
Bryan Danielson's second, Gunther's third, and Jeff's fourth. Mid-card Cody's fifth. So then we have one more, most overrated, right? Or is it Baby as a heel of the year? Do we have another one for your other magazine?
Yeah, I've heel of the year.
Heel of the year? I'm going to go with Dominic on that one now.
Roman Reigns wins it with 32%. Second place is Dominic Mysterio with 17%. Third place is Christian Cage with 15%. And honorable mentions totaling up 36% of the vote include Gunther, Swerve Strickland, MJF, Jon Moxley, CM Punk, Don Callis, and Drew McIntyre.
Okay.
So who's your pick there?
I'll go with Dominic on the heel of the year. Let's see.
I'm going to go with Roman.
Okay, next one for you. Faction of the year, and I'm going to just be pretty quick on that one and pick the Bloodline.
It is actually the Judgment Day, the cover boys and girl. They win it with 48% of the vote. First runner-up is Blackpool Combat Club with 16%. Second runner-up is the Bloodline with 11%. Third runner-up is Bullet Club Gold with 6%. And honorable mentions totaling 19% include House of Black, The Outcasts, and Cosmic Angels. And before we go further, I think we did this before where we talked about if they did Faction of the Year in previous years. Before this was an award, because I remember thinking the Freebirds would get it from 83 to 85, then the Horsemen from 86 to 90, or even 91. You could have Dangerous Alliance 92, but who the hell wins it 93?
I have no idea.
94, I could see a case for either $1 Million Corporation or Stud Stable. 95, you got either Dungeon of Doom or $1 Million Corporation. 96, you got NWO, of course. But 93, I have no idea who would possibly win it.
I have no idea. No. So for Wrestling Observer, because I don't have that award that you gave, I have top box office draw for Pro Wrestler.
Is it Roman?
It is Roman Reigns. Yes. Roman wins it. Second is Big Card Cody. And third is John Cena. So, and we have anything on your end? Like, I don't have anything on your end for the next one. So, okay. Next one. Comeback Wrestler of the Year for you. Show of the Year for me. You also have Show of the Year on your other one, do you not?
Yeah, I have Super Card of the Year.
And I also have...
And there's also Wrestling TV Show. So which one did you want to go with?
Card of the Super Card. So I have Super Card. So we're basically doing 3 Super Cards, and we'll let you do the first one, which is Comeback Wrestler of the Year, which I'm going to guess Phil Brooks for some reason, which is not, but he's a bum.
Actually, Trinity. She wins it with 20% of the vote. First runner-up is Saraya with 19%. Second runner-up is Adam Cole with 17%. Third runner-up is Trish Stratus with 16%. And honorable mentions totaling 28% of the vote include CM Punk, Miro, and Roderick Strong.
All right. For Wrestling Purist, what is the show of the year?
Is it Forbidden Door?
WrestleMania Night 1. And I watched WrestleMania Night 1. That was not show of the fucking year, I'll tell you that right now. It's horrible. Garbage. Forbidden Door was second. Revolution was third. All Out was fourth. And Stardom All-Star Grands was fifth. So, and then we'll go with you. I'm going to guess All Out, AEW.
WrestleMania 39 wins Super Card of the Year.
Does it have a day they picked, or
no? They went with both. They win it with 45% of the vote. Second place is All In, 26%. Third place is Money in the Bank with 6%. And honorable mentions totaling 23% of the vote include Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, Backlash, Forbidden Door, All Out, Wrestle Dream, and Survivor Series.
That's fucking dog shit. Okay. Last one, excuse me, is the Wrestling Observer for Show of the Year.
Why am I still on screen? Just me. All right.
Wrestling Observer.
I'm going to go with Wrestle Kingdom.
Just one second. AEW Revolution. Hold on 1 second here. Just going to do something real quick. Sorry, I had to move something around there. Yeah, so AEW Revolution wins it. Let me go in here, get that out of there. Forbidden Door was second. All In London was third. WrestleMania Night 1 was fourth, and All Out was fifth. It's funny because when WrestleMania happened, our boy Davey Meltzer ranted and raved about how great WrestleMania, how it was the best pay-per-view you've ever seen. Well, his followers didn't think that. Mel's is probably all mad now.
I didn't see it, but you raved about it, so.
No, I did not rave about it. All right, so the next one is match of. Oh, by the way, what are you picking for that? I'm picking Revolution.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go with Revolution as well.
Next one is match of the year. Let's go in here. So we'll start with the Observer. As we end it with the Observer, we'll start with the Observer.
I'm gonna go Osprey Omega, and I'm gonna say Wrestle Kingdom.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay. So Osprey and Omega win it with Wrestle Kingdom January 4th in Tokyo. Second is Osprey and Omega from Toronto, Forbidden Door. Third is MJF against Bryan Danielson. Fourth is Swerve Strickland against Adam Page. And fifth is FTR against Juice Robinson and Jay White. So that's an AEW sweep, basically, on that one. We'll go PWI. Oh, God, they're horrible with their fucking match of the years. I'm going to go Swerve Strickland and Adam Page.
It was Rhea Ripley against Charlotte Flair with 13%. So it was pretty wide open. First runner-up is Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre with 11%. Second runner-up is Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega with 9%, and that's the match from Forbidden Door. Third runner-up is MJF versus Bryan Danielson with 8%. And honorable mentions totaling 59% of the vote include
Will Ospreay match that's ever happened all year.
Will Ospreay versus Omega from Wrestle Kingdom. Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa versus the Usos, July 1st. And John Moxley versus Orange Cassidy from All Out.
All right, so that's that one. Let's interrupt the screen, and we'll jump into the next magazine award. So Wrestling Purists Match of the Year.
I'm going to go with Ospreay versus Omega from Wrestle Kingdom.
You are correct, sir. Ospreay versus Omega from Wrestle Kingdom in Tokyo, January 4th. That wins that one. Let me bring it back up. Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay from Toronto, Forbidden Door. Swerve Strickland versus Adam Page from Full Gear. MJF versus Bryan Danielson for Revolution. And Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr. from Wrestle Dream. And the last one is your other magazine. And I'm going to pick... I'll pick Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley.
No, it was Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega from Forbidden Door.
Okay.
First runner-up is Gunther versus Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus from Mania. And third place goes to Bryan Danielson versus MJF from March 5th with 10%. And honorable mentions totaling 65% of the vote include Omega versus Ospreay from Wrestle Kingdom, Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn from Elimination Chamber, Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley from Mania, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Usos from Mania, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes from Mania, Usos versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa from July 1st, Adam Cole versus MJF from All In, and Hangman Page versus Swerve Strickland from Full Gear.
All right. So two things. What are you picking? And then I have another question for you.
I only watched one of them, and that would have been Forbidden Door, Omega, and Ospreay. So I'm going to go with that one.
I'll go with Flair and Ripley.
Okay.
And also, what was your favorite match? What was your pick of match of the year for this year?
Swerve against Page from Full Gear.
That's really good. I was going to pick that, but I'm going to go with the strap match, Ricky Starks and Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
But, Swerve and Page was crazy.
The blood drinking.
Oh, my God, man. I remember, like, if you make me mark out loud, and he made me mark out loud when I watched that, like, oh, my sweet, what is he fucking doing? So, yeah, it definitely...
Like, I've been watching wrestling for over 6 weeks, and the fact that I saw something that I've never seen before is crazy.
It was wild, but it was a great match. Don't get me wrong. And it was really, really close to being my favorite of the year, but I do like Starks and Danielson a lot. It was very good. Great match. All right. We got a couple more to go. Actually, two more regular ones, and we'll jump into other ones. The Stanley Weston Award. So for me, it's going to be Best Gimmick, and also I think I have Best Character, or your Best Character in your magazine. Do you not?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and I will pick Best Non-Wrestler from the Wrestling Purist. So let's go Best Character. It's hard to say. Like, are they doing like Cody's not really a character, but I'll go with Cody, mid-card Cody.
It's actually Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Okay. He wins it with 21% of the vote. Second place goes to your boy LA Knight with 15%. Third place goes to Tony Storm with 9%. And honorable mentions totaling 55% of the vote include Roman Reigns, Dominic Mysterio, Christian Cage, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, and Orange Cassidy.
Okay. So for Wrestling Observer, we're jumping in. We got the best gimmick.
It's Tony Storm.
You are correct, sir. It is Tony Storm.
Timeless Tony Storm.
She wins best gimmick. Timeless Tony Storm. Number 2, Christian Cage, Orange Cassidy, the Bloodline, and there we are for that. So we got that done. And what's the other one we went? Best character. Did we already do that one? I just went
Already
blank.
did that one. The Stanley Western Award.
Oh, fuck.
And this year there was 2 winners.
Is it a tag team?
No, two winners, like 2 separate winners.
I don't know. I don't have a clue. Just tell me who it is.
No, you gotta guess.
Oh, that's me. Put me up there for some reason. Get off the screen, you son of a bitch. Hold on here. Rey Mysterio and CM Punk.
It is, in fact, Sting.
Oh, God. Yeah, okay.
Sting wins one of them, and the second winner is Nancy.
Why did Nancy
Benoit.
get one? That's weird, man. That's very strange that she got one. That's very odd.
Yep.
I don't know. Okay. We're done. We're good. Oh no, best on wrestler. I don't have a picture for this one. I just picked it in my head. Best on wrestler.
Is it Heyman?
Nope.
Don Callis?
Prince Nana.
Oh, okay. Yeah, deserved.
Paul Heyman wins with second. Samantha Irving, Nigel McGuinness, and Renee Paquette. Yeah, Prince Nana's a good time. He's a lot of fun. He's you have to turn Swerve face because Donna's got the whole fucking place going crazy when he comes
Whose
in.
house?
So I hate that part. That drives me nuts. I think that's really annoying. But his dance is fucking great. His whole gimmick. Like, I'll tell you something, man. When they did the Adam Page Swerve Strickland angle, and it was where they couldn't touch each other, and Page like, don't say anything hitting you, and then he just just the look on Nana's face, like when he does it, like just a perfect heel look, like really good, really good. It's well deserved. Okay, so we're down to Wrestler of the Year. We'll start with the PWI. I'm gonna go with Mid Card Cody.
I'm just looking here.
Well, you don't have Wrestler of the Year?
No, but for Inside the Ropes, there was also Promotion of the Year, Best Television.
We'll get to that. We'll get to all that.
Commentator. Okay.
We'll get to all that. We'll just get this part done first. So Wrestler of the Year.
For PWI?
Yeah.
Give a guess.
I picked Mid Card Cody.
Oh, no, it is in fact your boy, Seth Rollins.
Oh my God, what?
27% of the vote. And first runner-up is Gunther with 15%. Second runner-up is Will Ospreay with 12%. Third runner-up is Maxwell Jacob Friedman with 9%. And honorable mentions totaling 37% of the vote include Rhea Ripley, Roman Reigns, and Bryan Danielson.
I know who you're picking no matter what. You're picking Seth.
Of course.
No, all right, Wrestling Purist, Wrestler of the Year.
Is it Will Ospreay?
Yeah, I know. It's not as good as Seth, but it's Will Ospreay.
No, nobody is.
Will Ospreay wins it. Let me get in there. I got them all over the place here. Wrestler of the Year. Oh, there we are. Will Ospreay wins it. Mid Card Cody's second. Gunther's third. Bryan Danielson. MJF. So now we're going to your other magazine. I'm going to go with not me. Why can't I bring myself up? I'm going to go with Will Ospreay.
Is in fact Maxwell Jacob Friedman. He wins it with 17% of the vote. Second place is Gunther with 16%, so really close. Third place is Will Ospreay with 14%, and honorable mentions totaling 53% of the vote include Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, Bryan Danielson, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, LA Knight, and Sami Zayn.
All right. Wrestling Observer, Wrestler of the Year.
I'm going to go Billy O.
Who?
Bill Ospreay.
Bill Ospreay. Will Ospreay is Wrestler Observer, Wrestler of the Year. We will put mid-card Cody second, MJF, Roman Reigns, and Bryan Danielson. And that's everybody. Is it right?
Who's your pick? Who's your pick there? Seth?
Will Ospreay. MJF was a close second, but wrestling-wise, Will Ospreay.
You know, I'm going to go MJF for that one.
Okay. All right. So what we'll do is I'll do the secondary awards for the Observer. Do you have a memoriam for the PWI?
I do. I have an in memoriam for PWI and for Inside the Ropes, but I'll just do PWI.
Well, you can do the PWI in memoriam, and then I'll do the secondary awards for the Observer. So,
and also for Inside the Ropes, I have predictions for 2024.
Okay,
so in memoriam, we've got Jason Silver, Osamu Kiddo, Petty Lee Leather, Jeff Gaylord, Toro Bill Sr., Bray Wyatt, Killer Khan, The Iron Sheik, Beverly Shade, Spo, which is Sean Patrick O'Brien, Curtis Chapman, also known as Mad Kurt, Don West, Sheik Adnan El Casey, Ed Gurria, Russ Francis, Billy Two Rivers, Terry Funk, The Exotic Adrian Street, Absolute Andy, Dan Excellent, Kristen Miami Mitchell, Bushwhacker Butch, Kenny J, Charlie Norris, Darren Drozdoff, Superstar Billy Graham, Joyce Grable, Emile Dupree, Black Warrior, Brian Dixon, Mike Phillips, Don Luce, and Jay Briscoe.
All right. For biggest one of that, it's tough, man. Jay Briscoe's pretty big. But I'll go
Yeah,
Funk.
I would say. I forgot Lanny Poffo also.
I go Funk. Funk would be the one, but Jay Briscoe's
between Funk and Graham, man. That's a tough one.
Yeah. Briscoe was pretty crazy when he died.
Yeah, that was definitely the most surprising. Bray Wyatt was pretty surprising too.
Bray Wyatt was really surprising, but Bray was kind of like, you kind of heard rumblings he wasn't doing well.
Yeah.
Was Jay was I remember you called me, and just like Jay, I'm like, whoa, what? Like, just that's almost as big as when Warrior went to the other side. And I texted you. I was the first one.
It's been almost a year to this day that Jay Briscoe died.
I was playing Madden online. I remember I was looking at my phone and said Ultimate Warrior passes away, and I was just like, oh my god! I just like turned it off. Like I just said, my brain didn't even enter it. So, oh my Jesus. I'm gonna go for Wrestling. Actually, I'm gonna go to the Wrestling Purist. Different things. Let's see what we got here. Rookie best on promos. Christian Cage wins it. MJF, Cody Rhodes, Jon Moxley, LA Knight.
That's also an award for Inside the Ropes, if you want to guess.
Same. I'm gonna go with the same.
No, MJF.
Okay, and then Christian Cage.
No, CM Punk, then Cody Rhodes, and honorable mentions totaling 38% of the vote include LA Knight, Christian Cage, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, Jon Moxley, Roman Reigns, and Paul Heyman.
I'm picking Christian Cage on that one. That's crazy. There's one called Fans Wrestler of the Year.
Wait, was that Observer or Purist?
This is Purist.
Okay.
I'll check Best Interviews and Observer in a minute. I didn't get down, but Fans Wrestler of the Year. I don't know what this is, but Cody wins it. Will Ospreay, Gunther, MJF, Bryan Danielson. Promotion of the Year. You got Promotion of the Year. I'll actually do all three. Promotion of the Year for you. I'll pick that WWF garbage.
Worldwide Wrestling Federation wins Promotion of the Year. It was Capital Sports, with 74% of the vote. Second runner-up is AEW with 23%, and honorable mentions totaling 3% include All Japan, Dragon Gate, and Stardom.
Where's AEW at?
Second place with 23%.
Okay. All right. Wrestling Purist has World Wrestling Entertainment, AEW, All Japan Pro Wrestling, which is strange.
Same thing with ITR.
CMLL, New Japan. So New Japan is below All Japan?
Yeah, they had a really bad down year. A lot of it has to do with giving Sonata the title. Nobody really gave a shit about Sonata. And it's just, as far as buzz, nobody talks about New Japan. Like, even the G1 wasn't really talked about much this year. And Wrestle Kingdoms came and went. And I guess the Danielson and Okada match was okay. I watched it, but it was all right.
Wrestle Observer, Promotion of the Year, WWE, which is ridiculous. AEW second, New Japan, CMLL, UFC. You got best TV show too, don't you?
Yep.
Let's do that one. What do you? I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna pick. They picked Raw. PWI. Is this no the other way? I'm gonna say they picked Raw.
SmackDown. SmackDown wins it with 41%. Second place is Dynamite with 24%. Third place is Raw with 19%. And honorable mentions totaling 16% include Collision, NXT, Impact, and Ring of Honor.
Wrestling Observer has Dynamite at 1, Collision at 2, SmackDown at 3, CMLL, and NXT. And let's see if I got one.
What's your pick there?
Oh, definitely Dynamite. My God, no question.
I agree.
We don't have anything for them. Wrestling Pure. Let's see if Wrestling Pure has anything else. They're almost done here. Best in-ring wrestler, Will Ospreay.
Ospreay,
Second, Gunther. Booker of the Year. Do you have a Booker of the Year?
I don't, but I'm going to assume it was Terror Rising.
1 second here. Oh, that's it. I'm sorry, man. It was terrorizing. Tony Khan was second. Shawn Michaels. Yeah, it's just whatever. Observer. Let's see what they see. I don't have. Let's see if Observer's got. I think they have the exact same one. Best Booker. No, that's Booker T. Best Booker. Paul Levesque. Tony Khan was second. Okay, so I'm done the other awards. What do you got left on your end for awards?
Commentator of the Year and Manager of the Year.
I've Commentator of the Year. Best television announcer. I'll pick yours, Excalibur.
Michael Cole wins it with 30% of the vote.
What?
Second place is Nigel McGuinness with 16%. Third place is Wade Barrett with 12%. And honorable mentions totaling 42% include Excalibur, Taz, Tony Schiavone, Ian Riccoboni, Corey Graves, Kevin Kelly, and Jim Ross.
Okay, who do you think won mine in the Observer?
Excalibur?
Yeah. My God, Tony Khan, not Tony Khan, Michael Cole.
What's your pick there?
What do you think? Kevin Kelly, Nigel McGuinness, Chris Carlton. Oh my God, I can't believe he made it in there. What's the last one you have?
Manager of the Year.
I don't have that, but I'm gonna pick Prince Nana.
Paul Heyman wins it with 68% of the vote. Second place is Prince Nana with 20%. Third place is Don Callis with 7%. And honorable mentions totaling 5% include Mark Sterling, Maxine Dupree, Father James Mitchell, and Selena De La Renta.
All right, so I'm gonna jump in. I'll do the rest of my Observer Awards, and then let you do the predictions at the end. We'll be done. So let me. So I'm just trying to get to the bottom here. Most outstanding wrestler.
Will Ospreay.
Will Ospreay, Bryan Danielson, Kenny Omega, Zack Saban. Best interviews.
Is it MJF?
Eddie Kingston.
Oh, okay.
MJF second, Christian Cage, John Moxley, mid-card Cody Rhodes. Promotion of the Year, we already did that. Best Weekly, we already did that. Canadian/USA MVP of the Year.
Danielson?
Mid-card Cody.
Oh.
Danielson second, MJF, Roman Reigns. Japanese MVP of the Year.
Ospreay?
Yeah. Okada second, and then everybody else. Mexico MVP.
El Hijo del Vikingo.
Mystico.
Oh.
European MVP.
Ospreay?
Yeah. We already did the women's MVP. Few of the year we already did. Most improved or most charismatic.
Cody?
MJF. Roman Reigns, and then Julia and Cody's down at the bottom there where he belongs. Best technical wrestler.
Danielson? No, Zack Sabre.
Oh, Danielson.
Oh, it was Danielson. Yeah.
Best brawler.
Moxley?
Yeah. Best flying wrestler.
Ospreay?
Nope. El Hijo del Vikingo. Best non-wrestler.
Heyman?
Don Callis.
Mm.
Heyman and Prince Nana. Most overrated, we already done. Most underrated. Best television announcer. Worst television announcer.
Jim Ross.
Booker T.
Oh.
Kevin Patrick second. Jim Ross is third. Michael Cole, Corey Graves. Worst wrestling show. Like worst big event. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Man, I'm stuck. Bound for Glory.
Nope. Crown Jewel.
Oh yeah, of course.
Best wrestling maneuver.
Double clothesline.
No, it's Will Ospreay's Hidden Blade. What's this? Worst television show.
Raw.
No, NWA Power.
Oh.
Raw was a close second. NXT, and then Power Slap, Road to the Title. Is that the Slap show?
Oh, that shouldn't be there.
Yeah, that shouldn't be there.
I guess the
And then-
UFC's there. Whatever.
Rampage. Oh, this is a sin. Worst match of the year.
I honestly don't know. Was it the Women's Rumble?
Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight.
Went out with a bang.
Kind of sad. Tires in AC second. Shane McMahon, Snoop Dogg versus The Miz. That's so fucking stupid. Baron Corbin versus Gable Stevenson. Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler. Worst feud.
Cody and Seth.
MJF versus the Devil.
Mm.
It's kind of dragged on. I'll give him that. Worst promotion.
NWA.
You're damn Skippy. Promoter of the year.
Jean Paul.
Nick Khan.
Oh,
Yeah, or his brother Tony's right below.
the other con.
Yeah. Worst gimmick.
R-Truth.
The Devil. Best wrestling book. I haven't bought a wrestling book in forever.
God, I don't even know what came out this year. I have no idea.
The Last Real World Champion by Tim Hornmaker. And basically best Dark Side of the Ring.
Tammy and Chris.
Yeah. And then we have The Life and Death of Eddie Gilbert. That's not that Dark Side of the Ring. American Nightmare becoming mid-card Cody Rhodes. That's not it. Dark Side of the Ring, Marty Jannetty. Dark Side of the Ring, M. Magnum.
Where's that Eddie Gilbert one at? Is that on YouTube? You think?
I don't know.
Check it out.
All right, so I got all mine done.
I had some predictions.
All right, let me just bring you up here.
This one's tough because this is a bold prediction. CM Punk and WWE will part ways. WWE will start placing sponsor names on its ring canvas. Kazuchika Okada will leave New Japan and sign for WWE. Or
WWE will put sponsors in the ring canvas.
Yeah,
they'll definitely start doing that. They're gonna have to keep going.
Okada will leave New Japan and sign for either WWE or AEW. That's pretty much happening. Steve Austin and The Rock will both wrestle for WWE. Halfway there. TNA will experience a mini revival. AEW Rampage will be canceled. AEW will further increase its pay-per-view output. Several notable AEW stars will jump ship to WWE.
No.
WWE will break its own revenue records. WWE ratings will trend upwards. Goldberg will wrestle his retirement match in AEW, and Ric Flair will wrestle again.
They're WWE boys, aren't they? These guys, they love their WWE. Let me make my predictions. My prediction for 2024. We're only a month and a half in. I'll do mine and you do yours. I'll just be honest. AEW will just keep doing what they're doing. They'll be okay. They're gonna have good matches. Meltzer will insult him every chance he gets. They'll sign way too many fucking people. We won't see Britt Baker for the rest of the year. We'll just forget all about her. Tony's got ADHD like a motherfucker, so we'll get all that. WWE, they'll have a good run, but again, when that trial starts for Vince, that's when the party's over, and they're gonna go down very quickly because once Netflix catches wind of what went on in that company, they're gonna be like, we want nothing to do with this. Sponsors are gonna want nothing to do with it. You lose Netflix as sponsors, party's over. My prediction is they'll be out of business in 5 years.
My prediction is that Cody Rhodes will finish his story, and so far the grand tally. We've got Scott, the future Hall of Famer, had 4 for PWI, 6 for Wrestling Observer Newsletter, 3 for Inside the Ropes, and 2 for Wrestling Purists. CM Andrew had 3 for PWI, 4 for Wrestling Observer Newsletter, 5 for Inside the Ropes, and 2 for Purists.
Fucking mark for Inside the Ropes, guys. That's what you are.
That's it.
But yeah, no, I think it's gonna be an interesting year the rest of the year. I mean, but I think WWE is gonna collapse.
Yeah, and also big prediction: we're going to have some more Abystas Inc. featuring the Z-Man, and we're going to finish up sometime in the calendar year Hillbilly Jim, and then we'll move on to our next candidate, who we will reveal at a later time. But
I love how we're an hour and 20 minutes in. We're just like talking to ourselves.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe, because as soon as we hit 100 subscribers,
when YouTube no longer exists.
Yeah.
When we get that 3 months free subscription, they're like, "What the fuck is YouTube?"
It's only been 3 years we've been waiting for 100 subscribers.
Like, how is this? Who are these people? They're not alive anymore. They pre-recorded this. They've been dead for 10 years.
Getting this out. It's gonna go.
Oh, it's going out today. I got to do the edit right now.
Okay.
So with that being said, thank you for watching Newsstand versus Newsletter. Enjoy, subscribe, like. We'll see you next time on another episode.
See ya.
Okay, the first one is Billy Jack. Billy Jack was voted by all you fans all over the world as the most improved wrestler of the year, and I'd like to give him the plaque right now. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the man who received over 12,000 votes. 12,000 votes as the most popular wrestler of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the plaque, and now here's the man who won it by your choice, the former world